Right. Speaking of big, we actually have a really big full moon this morning. So here's a look. This is that buck moon. I wanted to show it off just before the sun comes up because we all know the sun is going to come up probably in the next half hour or so. But this is what we're dealing with today. So we're looking at temperatures a little cooler, and that's because we actually saw the return of the sea breeze. Here's a look at what I'm talking about. With the push of that sea breeze, look at this. The marine clouds are back. So this morning, I want to show you where we're seeing the clouds. We're definitely looking at the clouds obviously near the coast because we have a circular eddy off the coast that's kicking in the marine influence. And then because we're looking at the return of the clouds and that sea breeze, that also means temperatures are starting to cool. So here's a look right now. Long Beach and also Cypress under a little bit more of the low clouds and fog this morning. We have a little bit more of the patchy clouds for the Anaheim area. A lot of the clouds haven't really made its way inland to the San Fernando Valley or even into the Inland Empire, but we're starting to see it kind of wrap around the Santa Ana Mountains. So we could see just some patchy clouds near the Lake Elsinore area, but we do have a lot of the clouds banked up against the foothills of Santa Ana. All right, so now I'm going to bring down the clouds and show you that because of that marine influence and the clouds, our highs today are going to get knocked down by a few degrees. So San Clemente, you're going to see 71 degrees. We're going to see the clouds gradually clear for you. 79 for Santa Ana, and then take a look. We are actually out of the triple digits for the Inland Empire, so relief finally arriving because of the sea breeze and also the marine clouds. So we're looking at temperatures for Lake Elsinore in the upper 90s. And then we're also looking at temperatures for Ontario in the low 90s. Here's a look at everywhere else. 84 for Anaheim. And then as I'm taking you up toward LA County, we're looking at temperatures for downtown LA today in the mid 80s. And then we have those mid 70s right near the coast. Still really nice though if you want to head to the coast once the clouds clear for Manhattan Beach and also for Santa Monica. And then we're looking at temperatures also out of the triple digits for Woodland Hills in the high 90s. We'll have high 90s also for the Santa Clarita Valley as well. Okay, so let's talk about what we can expect now that we are heading into the weekend, because things are cooling down. We're getting a little bit of that relief here, and then we still have that next weather alert though over our high desert communities, and that's because today they're still looking at triple digit conditions, but we're going to slowly start that cool down phase because of the sea breeze coming in. High pressure is still with us. It just kind of wobbled a little bit more to the south, but here's a look. We're looking at those temperatures still heating up. We're already seeing those high 70s for the Antelope Valley and Lancaster. This morning, though, you can see we have a little bit more of the 50s sprinkled in our current conditions because of the low clouds and fog and because of that sea breeze. And then our air quality is not going to be quite as bad as yesterday. Yesterday we had a lot more reds here, but we still have some really unhealthy air quality for all individuals for the Santa Clarita Valley, for San Bernardino, and then also up in the mountains of San Bernardino County. That includes Crestline and the Lake Arrowhead area. So try and limit your outdoor exposure as much as you can because that air quality is not that great, especially if you have some lung issues as well. 98 degrees you can see for the Inland Empire, and then we continue to stay in the 90s as we head into the weekend. But then it's not until next Tuesday we begin that further cooling as temperatures drop down to the low 90s. For the valleys, 98 today, mid 90s by the weekend, and then we're actually getting into the 80s as we head into Tuesday of next week. So you can see things are gradually cooling down, but any way you look at it, still hot, still summer here, those high sun angles. We're just not in the triple digits anymore for a lot of places. 84 degrees will be the high for LA and Orange County, and then we'll stay in the low 80s for the weekend, and then we get into below average territory, but still really comfortable as we head into Tuesday of next week, and that's going to mean temperatures will be in the high 70s. Okay, back to you guys.